establishment?
Not everyone likes the idea of hunting sprats in the back bays, Felix.
Your friend makes a good point, young man. I used to be young and idealistic too, but you can't run a city on high-minded ideals.
Is that a short tie, or is it, like, just change color down? I kind of hope it's a really short tie. So what do you mean to do about it?
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
On our terms, mind you.
Are you out of your mind? You can't just go crawling back to your old masters.
Well, we can't continue to subsist like this either.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
This lady knows what's going on.
It's true, our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
How long did it take you to figure out that you need to defend your city?
Not long, but the devil is always in the details. And the salient detail here is a Bolt 52 cartridge. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
This Bolt 52 sounds useful. What is it?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
I was starting to get bored listening to you until you said the phrase extremely powerful ordnance.
It is quite the rush.
Where do I find one?
In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in. These days it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
Oh, perfect. Alright, I'll go get your Bolt 52.
Do be careful. I've lost more than a few people to marauders and raptidons.
I'll be fine.
Oh, and
Because if I die, it just reloads.
There's a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
I need to ask you about something.
What can I do for you?
I'm looking for an information broker.
Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate.
Okay, no, well, you know what? How do I get to Devil's Peak?
You'd head south along the road and look for a mountain to the west. Not that I'd advise it. It's a terribly dangerous trek. But if you insist on going, I'd recommend taking a local guide. Nyoka would be a prime candidate.
If you can keep her sober.
Okay. I met Grim, the landing pad guard.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
He did a bang-up job.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
I have questions about MSI in the good old days.
Then it's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
Sure. How did MSI get kicked off the board in the first place?
I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
You mean that you initiated your own removal from the board?
Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. Back then, it was known as Terra 1.
Terra 1 and Terra 2? I see the board put their best people in that one.
Really? I always thought they were refreshingly straightforward names. After all, the whole point of terraforming was to make them Earth-like.
Here, though, the results were mixed.
And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
No guts, no glory.
That's also what I thought. Oh, we were young and bold then. Not unlike yourself.
Because myself is awesome.
To improve working hours and conditions. To reform MSI from the ground up.
How forward-thinking of you.
It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
Who's this us and we you keep talking about?
Oh, well, there were surely other junior executives with more open minds, though none of them had the temperament to handle the paperwork.
I take it your leadership didn't embrace your ideas.
No, they laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2, along with everyone else.
I hope you gave them a finger.
In a manner of speaking, many of us stayed behind, in an act of quiet but firm defiance. As the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI.
Must have pissed off some real big suits to get stuck with that.
On the contrary, I wrote lots of very important reports on behalf of top MSI officials before I was able to achieve this position. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
Of course. Well, why would they do that?
I don't know. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws.
Your first mistake was expecting the board to cut you a
Okay,
fair deal.
yeah, true point.
I understand the sentiment, but if we can't rely on some sort of framework, then what do we have? I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
I'll be right back. Wait. Probably. Agreed. I'm gonna pee. No idea what he's barking. Friggin' dog, I tell ya. Okay. Alright. Bach. Why exactly do you want back on the board?
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Yeah, and once you go back to him, he'll own your dignity too.
If you can't beat him, might as well join him and reach into their pockets.
To be
Both
on
you
the
have
board
points.
is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation.
They've treated you pretty roughly. Is it worth going back to that?
I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Good for you. Force them to the bargaining table.
I've discovered it's much easier to negotiate from a position of power. And I don't mean to leave MSI or its people at a disadvantage. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
What's the hazard clause?
It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
Sounds like the board gave themselves the power to arrest an entire planet.
They would say it's for the greater good.
Everybody says it's for the greater good. And they've invoked it on Monarch?
Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way.
You don't seem to think much of Graham.
He and his followers call themselves the Iconoclasts. Lawless anarchists, all of them. If anyone on Monarch deserves the reputation the board's pinned on us, it's them.
Got strong feelings on the matter.
I'm trying to build something here. They only want to destroy things, and they risk ruining Monarch for all of us.
I haven't even talked to
It
these
isn't
people
just
yet,
that
though.
They drain our people and resources. Every radical act they commit cements Halcyon's image of us all as destructive rebels and pushes us further from the rest of the colony.
So, what's the downside?
Shall I begin with the supply shortages or the subtle but constant threat of annihilation?
I mean, annihilation is
take him seriously enough to keep more than a few UDL
bad.
gunships patrolling Monarch.
An Earth Directorate assault cruiser would change his tune. It's almost a shame we haven't seen one around Monarch in a long while.
I want to talk about something
What can I
else.
do for you?
Okay, I gotta go. See ya. Oh, no, not that way. So I got... Okay. What else? Okay, yep. Alright, let's go talk to Sebastian for her.
You look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts?
Let's talk about Celia.
Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff.
I don't think... She likes you.
Nice of you to say. I like her too.
No, I mean, she really likes you.
And I gotta admire anyone with her passion for canid hides. But you don't have to butter me up.
Now I see what Celia was talking about. This guy almost reminds me of Ilion,
Yeah.
Who?
an old acquaintance from the Groundbreaker. Real piece of work.
That's mighty kind of you to say.
But we were talking about what a lucky gal Celia is.
Anyone who can afford such a fine collection of Mantisaur claws has it pretty good.
You idiot, I'm trying to tell her she wants to date you.
Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm?
Oh my god.
Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for her.
Okay, dude. Alright. Don't take my word for it. Spend some time with her. I promise she won't ask for a discount.
You sound pretty sure. And she is awful nice.
No, come here.
Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift
Come
ends, we'll go someplace nice.
Come here. Under the desk. Come on.
Raymond's.
Come on. You're in timeout. You're in timeout under the desk. You're down by me. Oh man, I'm thirsty and hungry.
Have you talked to Sebastian?
Yeah, I did, actually. He said he'll go on a date with you.
Okay, but how did he say it? Did
No.
he seem excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like Yay! A date with Celia. I've secretly been waiting for this, or was it more? Sure, I don't have anything else going on.
He likes you, Celia. Just don't ask him for any discounts. Mainly because I made a promise, and I don't want to break that promise.
Not to worry. If I never buy another Raptidon tongue, it'll be too soon. Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look.
Breathing through his nose real slow.
Thank you.
So did I complete that quest? Oh, hell yeah. Okay, yep. Wait, is that outside the city? Technically not.
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
So is it like back here? What the fuck? What? How do I get back there? Oh, maybe go up here? Oh, nope. Oh god! Ow! Fuck, that hurt. Oh, maybe... What the hell? What is he fucking... Am I stuck back here? I think I am. What? Hello? Oh no. Phew. Kona! Get in here! Do I need to close the door? Oh god, this is gonna hurt. Fuck. Probably could have fucking died. What? Here we go. What the fuck? Where? Whatever. Bloody note. Retrieve the missing passcode. Okay. In Fallbrook. Wait, what? What are these ruins? Stellar Bay Ruins, south. Hey, knock it off! Indie dog. Oh. Wait, what the fuck? Damn, there's a lot out there, actually. Rizzo's Rangers vs. Spacer's Chosen. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I probably gotta talk to her.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
Whoa. Sorry. Oh, God. What are you talking about, Catherine?
Sorry. Seems I got my cables crossed. Thought you were another shakedown tough from Fallbrook. Hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
Your pesto wahapachaba? You should probably see a doctor about that.
That's what Braxton is. He's our fish doctor.
Come on, that's like calling a dentist a doctor.
He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
You don't have rules about that sort of thing?
We're not keen on rules for rules' sake around here. Means Braxton skips work sometimes, but it also means no company boss is telling me when I can take a shit.
These MSI types are living the dream.
Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments.
Sure.
Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra drugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind?
Ooh, fucking got him. What's this about your foreman?
Caleb Herrick runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials. He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more.
Why don't you just pay them more?
Because we've got a budget, all right? And in case you haven't noticed, MSI doesn't exactly have a lot of spare bits on hand.
I can talk to him for you.
You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it?
I like slapping people around.
I'm joking.
Oh.
Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance.
Easy.
If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there.
You got it. He said Braxton had been stealing drugs?
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the sterile biotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts.
Awfully nice of you to not say anything.
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the salt tuna, fat and mostly tumor-free.
Who's this Catherine you mentioned when I first came in here?
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer.
Alright, talk to you later. Wait, no, fuck. Grimm's
I give
poster.
you a
Grimm, I'm here to ask about Grimm's poster.
This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell.
Whoa!
That about cover it?
Wait, you're just giving Grimm's poster away? Didn't he pay for it?
No. I paid Sublight for it. So it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I
Okay,
take his
don't
money.
be an asshole, okay? You still have the poster, right?
It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money.
Who's Nell?
She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too.
So, it's about the money.
Damn right it is.
Surely we can work something out.
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
Work with me. Oh my god, really? Work with me. I'm helping you find Braxton, aren't I?
Sure. And once you finish helping me, then we can talk about the poster.
Alright, cool. Okay.
Fine by me.
Kona! Hey! Hey, don't do it! Fucking dog. Oh god, he's funny. Oh god, I got a lot of quests now. Oh shit. Oh shit. Wait, is this in town? It is in town. Yeah, I should really drink some
Smells like rat in here.
Alright, let's... Hello?
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember.
Quite the bedside manner, lady.
Well, it's so rare I get the pleasure of new company. What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
Okay. Are you in charge of handing out medicine?
Yes, indeed. Someone's got to keep Stellar Bay's people healthy and energized.
You certainly seem excited about your job.
Oh, but I am. I get to see plenty of my neighbors here, and I do dearly love a little gossip.
I've been asked to pick up some medicine, some kind of caffeine or steroids.
Bless your little heart. You must mean caffeine.
Even though I said it
If it's what
earlier.
you need, one pill does the deed.
Whiskey helps too.
Please leave medical advice to the professionals. Now, dearie, who's this pickup for?
It's for Nyoka.
Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
Doesn't anyone else on Monarch have caffeinoid?
If so, I would love to know where. Sublight supplies don't come cheap.
I'd hope not. Fleecing's the mark of a real professional.
Believe me, there's nothing I'd love better than to help you. But there's not much I can do. Dr. Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't
I'm not
access
gonna
them.
be able to hack that shit. I thought you were in charge around here, Auntie. You sure ought to be.
Oh, you flatter an old woman. Me, I'm just here to be a pretty face for the customers. And to keep an extra key to the supply room for all the times Dr. Williams misplaced his.
Forgetful fellow, eh?
Careless experimentation with medicinal substances does take its toll, eventually.
But until then, it's lots of fun.
Episodic pharmacological delirium is no laughing matter,
Oh,
young lady.
what? Where can I find this Dr. Williams?
In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the flower of enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
The Flower of Enlightenment?
It's a philosophist's symbol of some kind, dearie. Never you mind. The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties.
No, not beasties.
Tussle with some raptidons? Because I've been practicing my dropkick.
Oh, hell yeah, you're drop
You
kick.
be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, you need to chill with the dearie stuff.
Chin up, dearie.
Do it on my own then. Fine. Whatever. Thanks for your not helping. Wait, what? Okay, so I can go get his. Oh. I gotta go buy a... Wait, who is this for? Oh, this is for a Parvati. Let's go buy one for Parvati. Wait, what? A dust... What was that? A dust cake?
Help! Someone's been killed!
The fuck?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Okay, are you alright?
No! I just stepped in a dead man's blood. And I think one of the flies landed on my mouth. If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
Yeah, you do that, dude. Ooh. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. Nothing. Ooh, 200 melee. You know what? We're gonna buy all 12 of those. Anything good? Nope. This one?
Murder.
Jesus.
Hey, is this the part where we go hunting for clues?
Yes, it is actually. Where? Oh, these are. Oh, this marks it as the main quest. Gotcha. Good. Hello. Okay. Stainless steel rat. Man's been killed in a Sailor Bay apartment. It falls to you to figure out what happened to him. It's not clear what happened to the victim, but something in the apartment might point you in the right direction. So search. Yeah, he got a fucking dead, dude. Oh, don't want to steal any of this. I mean, I could. No one's gonna give a fuck, but. Tossball betting slip. This betting slip lists some increasingly bold wagers made for a team called Mostly Colonists. It's from Left Field Tossball Betting. Okay. Hastily packed suitcase. Several ragged outfits, all of them same cut color, were stuffed into the suitcase. Oh. Okay, well... Found a betting slip from Left Field Tossball Betting. The suitcase fell close by the door. Seems like he was getting ready to get the fuck out of there. Seriously? Oh. Hey, you.
Ooh, you're the
Oh,
new
no.
face. Wow,
You.
must be up on all the latest tossball games.
You.
So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H Mammoths.
Oh, I could lie. Don't want to lie, though. They're all pretty great.
Aren't they just? When I get to worrying about the marauders outside, the raptidons chewing at the walls, I just turn my transceiver up to drown it all out. Most of the time it's static on account of the frequency being clogged up, but sometimes it's tossball.
You get to listen to games all day? Stellar Bay really is a paradise.
It's pretty swell, but it's a whole lot better with company. Say, I don't think I've seen you before, and I'd remember that face.
I'll try not to be a stranger then. Name's Felix, by the way.
Ooh. Listen quietly.
You should stop by more often. The games are always better when you've got someone to celebrate with.
Ooh.
Sounds like a good time. I wouldn't mind bringing a couple drinks and settling in for the pennant match.
Look at me, getting carried away again. So,
Oh
what
no,
can I do for you?
don't stop on my account. Velma tells me you outbid Grimm for a signed tossball poster.
Signed by the black hole himself. There's no way I could pass that up.
Look here, motherfucker.
Why, did you want to see it? I don't have it yet. I'm waiting on a few customers to pay up before I can give Velma the bits.
Could I trade you for it?
I don't know. This isn't just some poster. It's a genuine tossball art.